In the dawn of the 20th century, in the heart of America, in the small town of Marion, Indiana, a flag of change fluttered. It was February 8, 1931, when the world received James Byron Dean, a boy destined to become much more than an ordinary man. His childhood, shrouded in the silence of a small town, was like a script waiting for its climax. Young James's life was not spared hardships. At just 9 years old, his mother Mildred, who provided him with love and support, died of cancer. This event forever changed James's world, leaving him in the silence of grief. His father, Winton, unable to cope with the loss and the care of his son, decided to send James to live with his Aunt Hortense and Uncle Marcus in Fairmount. This new chapter in James's life unfolded in a rural farming environment. Here, among cornfields and wide horizons, young Dean began his journey of introspection. Fairmount, though tranquil, was the place where his first passions sprouted. His first love for acting, his first steps on the stage of school plays, all slowly shaped the man who would one day shine on the movie screen. James Dean, a child of silence and introspection, grew up in an atmosphere that nurtured his deep introspective nature. In this quiet, between the rows of corn and school plays, he forged his path to legend. As the years passed in the quiet and peaceful Fairmount, Indiana, James Dean, a young man with deep blue eyes and an elusive spirit, walked the paths that led him to his destiny. His high school days were marked not only by a passion for acting, but also for sports, especially basketball and athletics. This period of his life was like a field where the seeds of his future success were sown. In high school plays, Dean discovered his first true calling. His portrayal of Macbeth, showing strong emotions and exceptional talent, left an indelible mark on him and those who watched him. It was these early acting experiences that paved the way for his future acting journey. After high school, Dean moved to California, continuing his education at UCLA. There, he joined the student theater and delved deeper into the world of acting. His performance in a production of Hamlet was particularly commendable, showing that his talent and passion for acting were only increasing. Dean was also known for his hobby of motor racing, reflecting his craving for excitement and speed. This aspect of his life would later have a profound impact on his fate. At UCLA, Dean began to develop his unique acting style, combining raw emotion and an unconventional approach that would later set him apart. Although he did not complete his degree at UCLA, the decision to leave college and dedicate himself to an acting career was a turning point in his life. At that moment, Dean was ready for the next step in his journey, a path that would take him to the lights of Hollywood and make him an eternal legend. James stepped onto the streets of Hollywood in 1951, carrying with him the dreams and ambitions that had guided him through his youth. At that time, Hollywood was a place of dreams, but also of ruthless competition, a world of glamour and shadows where careers were made and vanished overnight. Dean's beginning in Hollywood was humble. He worked as an extra, taking small roles wherever he could. Each of these roles, though minor, was a step towards the realization of his dream for him. His talent was not immediately recognized, but his persistence and unique acting style slowly began to attract attention. His first real breakthrough came when he landed a role in East of Eden, an adaptation of John Steinbeck's novel. The role of Cal Trask was complex, requiring deep emotionality and vulnerability. Dean's portrayal of the character was strong and convincing, captivating the audience and critics. His raw talent and ability to portray complex emotions earned him recognition and solidified him as a serious actor. After East of Eden, Dean chose roles that reflected his rebellious spirit. Rebel Without a Cause became his signature film, defining his career and making him an icon of dissatisfied youth. The role of Jim Stark was the personification of the frustrations and rebellion of teenagers at the time, and Dean's ability to depict that complexity and the dissatisfaction of youth made him an idol. Dean's rise to fame was meteoric. In a very short time, he became a star, a symbol, and a figure many emulated. His appearance, style, and manner of acting influenced generations of young actors and fans. His final role in the movie Giant further cemented his status as a film legend. In each of these films, Dean portrayed characters that reflected his complexity and depth, becoming the voice of the youth who were battling societal norms and seeking their place in the world. Dean's film career although short, had a tremendous impact on the film industry and culture. His unconventional acting style and ability to connect with a young audience were revolutionary. Dean became a symbol of rebellion and youthful dissatisfaction, and his influence was felt in many later films and cultural movements. Apart from his professional life, Dean's love life was a subject of fascination and speculation. Known for his romantic relationships, often tumultuous and passionate, Dean was an enigmatic figure in his personal life as well. His love affairs, though less documented, were another aspect of his complex personality. James Dean was not just an actor. He was a cultural phenomenon. His impact on film, fashion, and popular culture was immense. By late summer of 1955, at the peak of his fame, James Dean was on his way to becoming not just an acting icon, but a symbol for an entire generation. However, his passion for speed and racing cars, a reflection of his rebellious spirit, would soon lead to the tragic end of his short but unforgettable career. On September 30th, 1955, Dean was en route to a race in Salinas, California, driving his Porsche 550 Spyder, a car he nicknamed Little Bastard. The tragic irony was that Dean, who portrayed young men struggling against societal constraints and challenges on the silver screen, lost his life in a moment when he himself was battling a real challenge: speed. James Dean died in a car crash that day, leaving behind a legion of fans and a culture that was just beginning to understand his impact. His death, occurring at just 24 years of age, shocked the world and resonated as a symbolism of youth extinguished too early. The legacy of James Dean lives on today. He became more than an actor. He became an icon, a symbol of rebellion and youth expression. His film works and the style he embodied have left a lasting mark on the film industry and popular culture. Dean is considered one of the first teenage idols and a symbol of rebellious youth, and his life and death continue to inspire generations of filmmakers, actors, and fans. James Dean, the image of a rebel with a cause, remains eternally woven into the fabric of Hollywood and global culture. His story, though tragic, continues to be a tale of passion, talent, and an unquenchable desire for life.